which I use this little thing again, and he's going to come through and shoot through there. Don't like exact, and I'm going to make him a 8, and I turn that into a double line, and then I put that. Hey coaches, welcome back. This is Coach Parker with CoachParker.org, where you can get youth football drills, playbooks, tips and plays, and more over at CoachParker.org, and definitely on my YouTube channel here. So just wanted to do a Microsoft PowerPoint playbook demo. I know a lot of folks asked me. I did a demo of developing a playbook, kind of a start on Google Slides a couple of days ago. But a lot of you have been asking me, what do I actually use? And I actually use Microsoft PowerPoint, which I've been using probably since 1990, when I worked for a Fortune 100 company and doing a lot of presentations, and was developing those. And then my first playbook was in Word, and then I moved it over to PowerPoint. So so I use Microsoft PowerPoint. Many of you probably already have PowerPoint. If you have Microsoft Office that you bought for school for your kids, I know a lot of those kids, they want to use Publisher and maybe some other programs within Microsoft Office, and so you may already have it that you're paying your $10 or $11 a month for. And then you can also get Microsoft Office, I think it's 365 or Office or whatever they're calling it now, on your phone too, and your tablet. So you have those things. So a lot of this, probably through work or kids or whatever, already have PowerPoint. You may or may not have used it before, but I think it's pretty simple. It's another program that's sort of free-ish, since you probably already have it. And it really helps you organize. I do a lot of stuff. Matter of fact, the books that I write and things are all in this PowerPoint. I've gone from Word to PowerPoint and developed stuff here. So let's get right into, I've already brought PowerPoint up. It's sitting here. I've typed into this slide here what I wanted. So you just go here. I brought in a logo, but I'll show you that in a minute. So here we go. So the first things, when I come in, that'll be blank, and I've just typed stuff into those little areas there that you can see there. I like to get it to where it's not widescreen, because I want to print most of these things off. So I'll go to Design, and over here Slide Size, and I'm just going to say Standard, Ensure the Fit, and then everything kind of moves down a little bit, and so there's a standard looking. And it's easier when I print off the slides. I know they're going to be in this format. Now, if you're not going to really print those off, or you want to keep them in the longer, wider format, you can do that. And if you do print them off in the longer format, it just kind of squishes them on the paper. It's not a total big deal, but I personally like to have it in kind of an 8.5 by 11 size. And so I've typed this stuff in. Here, let me type this in. You know, this is Coach Parker. So you see how I just grabbed it and undo it, and then I can just tap out of it, and there it is right there. So let's get a new slide. So you can go right here and say New Slide and pick what you want. And I want to pick one here that says Title Only. And so I'm going to then click into this, and then let's do a box formation, which in the past I've called Cake or Fat. So let's draw one of these up and see what I would do here. Now I've come over here, and let's see, I want to add in, I've got the ruler already set up here so you can see that, but I also like to have these guides and this other thing. So let me, guidelines and guides. So there I've got that, and I'll go back to home. So you can see it brought in these little square looking things, and then I've got these guides like in Google Slides where I can move these over, and this really helps me kind of get an idea where I'm at on the page. And then the other thing I want to do is just add a footer for the number of slides I've got. So I go over here and go Insert, header and footer, and I'm going to put the slide number on there. I don't want to show it on the title, and the footer is just going to be my playbook, if I can spell. And then I'm going to put a date and time, and I'm going to fix it, and I'm going to say apply to all, and then you see it put this footer down here, and then I've got my name of the play, and now is when I can start drawing stuff. So let's go back to this home, and I've got this all set up on my main menu here, and most of you will already have that. And so here are the little, you can hit that and it brings down all the shapes. And let's see, did they have a circle shape that I can use as a center? Yeah, I think I can use that. So that'll bring that guy over here. I don't like that it's that color, so I just want him like that. I want the line to be a little bit thicker, and it doesn't give me that option. So I'm going to come over here, right click. I'm going to hit Format Shape, and this Format Shape is kind of your like a really key thing to have. But I want to say, like I did in the Google slide thing, a lot of like, oh, this is complicated. Once you get one formation set up, and then like offense and one defensive formation, it becomes so easy just to move stuff around. It's really not that difficult. It's just getting it set up the first time. I went through another online program the other day because somebody said it, and it took me just as long to set the first thing up and then go through. So it really becomes what you're comfortable with. The advantages of PowerPoint or Google Slides is you own all the information. It can be locally, and you don't have to worry about paying anybody fees, or if you don't save it locally that you're going to lose it going forward. I've lost some stuff before, so that's the advantage. So I'm over here, and I'm going to say I got to go to line here, and I want to say the width of that, I like to make that a 4. So see how nice and big that is. The other thing is I want to set it for a size, and I want to set it at 0.6. And there it is right there. So there's my center, and that's just telling me, you know, it looks a little bit different. But now I'm just going to use circles. So I'm going to come over here, kind of do the same thing I did. I want a solid fill for that. I want a black line, and I want it at a 4. And then I want the size to be 6. And see, I just got it. Okay, so then I've got that. And then I know that is a center, and so if I want to put something in there, I can. You see how I just snapped in there, left clicked? I can say that's a guard, and that put it white, so I want to turn that color into black. And so there's the guard. And so now I'm just going to copy this. Now let's set this guideline here for the line of scrimmage. I'm just going to copy this for the tackle. Then I can just click in, put a T, paste it again, put in here, and let's just do an even line right now. I'll put that as my E for tight end. And then I got another guard, put him right there. And I actually could have just copied, if you guys have caught, I could have just copied that whole side and just moved it over. And let's call this, let's call him the Y tight end, because he may be the receiving tight end. But you can call it whatever, but you can see you can call those, and you know the X in the middle guy is the center. So I've got a line real quick. And the one thing you can do if you just want to make this up as a template that you can move around, I don't like to put them in the master file, but I could right now just hit the duplicate here and then just call this offensive line. And anytime I wanted to get these guys, I can just hit duplicate, see? And I never really do a slide on this, and I can call this one offensive line template. So I know that this is my starting block here. and I could change this to another play. But let's get back to drawing this box formation, which is also cake or fat, and it's actually, the full term is boxer, which is going to be the cake and fat. So I want to do over here, so I'm going to make sure I grab one of these guys. Let me see if I paste again. Yep, he comes out. And then this is, so we're going to have two blocking backs. And let's put them right here. And we're just going to call them, this will be 4. Because that's usually my fullbacky guy. And this is 3. And then I've got 2 guys here. 2. And 1. So there you go. That's a very quick demo on how to get the offensive formation that you want set up. And we can do, let's move into what I call a pie formation. Let's do a couple of formations here from this particular formation, and I can show you how simple it is to set these formations up. So let's just go over here and hit duplicate. Okay. And then I'm going to rename this my pie formation. Okay. And in pie, this guy comes down here. And this guy comes right here. And there's the pie, which is my power I kind of formation right there. And so let's duplicate this slide, and let's go into my trig formation. And what I've got here is this. There's the trig formation. And what else do I got? Oh, I've got the angle offset I formation. Duplicate. I've got the angle formation, which is, let's see, I've got the wing back, which is basically an I wing. These are all, if you're wondering, this is all in the Power Wing Beast offense. These are the power wings of the Power Wing Beast offense playbook. And you've got that right there is an offset I. For that, let's see, I've got boxer, pie, trig, the angle formation. What else do I have in there? Let's see. Just for grins. Oh, and I've got a double wing. So let's move into that. Duplicate slide, which I call speed. Speed double wing formation. You see how I just typed that in? And then on the double wing, I usually have opposite odd guy there. There's the other wing guy here, and then you've got the fullback really close. You can do that, or if you like to run the double wing, more of a kind of a spready kind of thing, you could have it more like that. So it's really up to you what you're doing there, and you can see I've set up those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 formations in a matter of looks like 13 minutes that I've been talking. And let's go ahead and set up a couple of the beast formations here. So I've got that, and I'm going to stay in an even line, but I could move it over. And let's just show how easy it is to move over. I just move this guy there, move this guy here, move this guy over. We'll say 1 is my beast back. He slid. And we're gonna, and this guy's usually here. This guy's usually a little bit bigger. I'll have my tailback kick out. And this is the beast, traditional Yale single wing. Right there. And if I want it to go wider, I can just pull those over like that. You see that? And then there's the beast single wing. And let's duplicate that and go to, let's say, let's go to worm, which is my wide beast kind of formation. And so I want to grab this whole thing and just kind of move it over a little bit. And so worm will look like kind of like that. There's the worm, which is beast wide. I don't like how that's sticking out that far. So there's worm. And then let's do another one to say duplicate. And let's call this jumbo or beast spread formation. So I like it to go a little bit. And I draw these plays bigger. A lot of you guys may be wondering why I draw bigger. Is because when I print these off, the kids can see these easier. I know they're not in relationship to the field like a lot of you guys want, but it shrinks them so far. And so, like, I've color-coded some of this in the past so kids know who to block and stuff. And then I use these in scrimmages that I put in little sleeves, I don't laminate them, but I put them in the sheet protectors. And we use these in scrimmages because they're so big where the kids can see, and I'll draw out all the stuff. So here's the jumbo spread kind of beast formation that I run there, and there it is right there. So I've done, 8 or 9 formations here. I've got an offensive line template set up that you can just leave there. And so you can see how quickly and easily, so let's say, here's the offensive line template, I've just duplicated it. But let's say I want to spread these two guys out, I can do that. And let's just go to a true spread 2x2. 2x2, so I don't have the backs in there, but hey, I'll just go over here and grab those guys, copy, and then pull this over, paste it, and then I'm going to go spread here. My fullback's going to be down here. This guy will be on that side, and I've got here, and here's like a spread 2x2. And that was really easy to do those formations. So what you could do, this is what I do when I set up these playbooks for the first time, is I set up all my formations and then I use those as templates then to go back and start running plays. So now that I've got the spread 2x2 formation, and I could just say I want that as a template, but I know that's a template. I don't want to draw on it. And if I do, I'll just copy and delete what I've got on there. So I've kind of got all these templates here. And I'm going to save that, which I've saved before. I've got my offensive line template down here. I've got my name on the playbook and all this other stuff. And then let's say real quick, and I'm going to try to cut this off. And I may cut this off at 20 minutes. This is just drawing formations. But let's draw a quick play. And let's take a boxer formation play. So this is the template. I'm going to hit duplicate slide. I'm going to say boxer, and let's say 15 power lead. So the power lead tells me that it's going to the 5 hole. So I got 1, 3, 5, and in this formation, he moves out into a sloppy. These guys move over into this. 2 will lead through here, and so this is what's going to look like. A power lead BB at the 5, which means these guys are going to block out. So let's just draw that. So I'm going to draw that there. I go back to my format, and this is going to be in 4. And I like to turn this guy into I go down here, arrow type, into that, and I like to make him big at the end. So that's what it's going to look like. That's my blocking signal, and I'm going to copy that over. I'm drawing this one play. So the play side splits like this. The back side will actually gold or jaw block, depending on how old they are and what I've called. That's the back side of that, so that's the block. This Y is what I call emu, and I'm going to do this little goofy deal, which is a draw, and he's going to come out and do this hinge. And again, I'm going to come back over to format the line to a 4, and then I'm going to put it on this thing, and then he's going to be big again, and he's going to do this emu hinge thing, which is a block, a thing that I called that for the backside to protect my backside. These guys are going to come through. And he's going to kind of block there, or whatever's there. He's going to block out. This guy's going to kind of block like this. Let's go with this draw thing again. So he's going to come through. Go back to format. I should standardize that, but I haven't really figured it out either. He's going to come through on that block. And then, of course, because it's a 1, 1 is going to come through the 5 hole, which I use this little thing again. And he's going to come through and shoot through there. Don't like exactly. And I'm going to make him a 8. And I turn that into a double line. And then I put that on there with a bigger tip. And you can draw it out there like that. And then I can also send that to back. So you can see 1. And then let's say 1. I want to fill of this red for his line. Or I can say a fill color in like a pinky kind of color, so I know that's he's getting the ball, but I can change the color. Don't really like that right now, but that kind of works. So that's one play. So I got all these formations, and then if I go to the 3 hole, I can easily adjust this play, move this guy over, and just shrink all of that. But that's in the next slide. That's in the next presentation. This is kind of part 1 of PowerPoint. So I hope you guys have. And let's duplicate the deal here. And let's change the layout to section. And let's get rid of these guys right here. And let's change this up. And subscribe, like, comment. Please. By CoachParker.org. So you can see we've created 13 slides in about 20 minutes, and they're really easy to draw stuff up from there. The only thing that PowerPoint, it's kind of hard. You got to draw them up when you flip them to the opposite side. That's the only thing. I need to figure out how to mirror the play to the opposite side. But once you've got the one play set up, it's really easy to kind of just change all of that and move it over. But that's the thing I like about PowerPoint, though. The main benefit is it's mine, it's local, it is in the cloud if I save it to the cloud, and I can really customize a lot of stuff on how I like. And if you want to make up your own little blocking tabs instead of looking at my little weird line thing, you can do that too. So it's highly customizable. You're not tied into what they want you to do. And it's yours, and it's your copyrighted material. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this how to draw plays in PowerPoint, part 1. I'll be going back through Google Slides, PowerPoint. And then I've got another one on just how to draw plays in a draw program, and then also how to use Google Keep. And I'll be going that in the future. So remember to subscribe, like, and comment. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the video. This is Coach Parker with CoachParker.org. Stay safe, stay healthy. Ciao. See you guys next time.